share the experience of Haiti in addressing the DRM and fragility nexus. So for context, Haiti is located in the Caribbean and it's highly exposed to hurricanes, floods, and earthquakes. Haiti is also the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere and the only FCV country in the LAC region. Drivers of fragility are political instability, weak institutions, low economic development, and lack of transparency. This has fueled popular discontent and mistrust in government institutions, as well as violence. So to address the constraints of the FCV context, the bank is integrating the following 4 approaches in the DRM program. The first one is to improve the understanding of disaster risk in conjunction with the drivers of fragility. The second one is to focus on the community, not only as beneficiaries, but also as participants. And the third one is to leverage innovation and technology. Finally, the fourth principle is to strengthen the capacity of the national and local institutions to better serve the citizens with regards to DRM. Here is a concrete example of how we applied the 4 approaches to improve emergency preparedness and response for the 2020 hurricane season. So as a first step, we conducted risk analytics to help identify exposed areas and populations at risk. We also did a behavioral study in partnership with the Mind and Behavior and Development Unit of the bank to help identify behavioral barriers to emergency evacuation. 2 critical barriers were that messages don't arrive to the populations and that people don't understand the message or do not trust the messenger. A shelter study was also conducted before this campaign to help understand the need for appropriate design for emergency evacuation shelters. A risk and resilience and assessment was also conducted for Haiti and revealed the need to include the communities to rebuild the social contract. And various consultations with governments and communities were also held. Based on the recommendations of these studies, the bank supported the development of an innovative knowledge campaign for the hurricane season with a positive preparedness message. More than 4 million people were reached with clear and improved messages in the most at-risk and vulnerable and marginalized areas of the country. The campaign was created by the government, with the community, and for the community. National authorities partnered with local institutions and community organizations in the development and the design of the campaign, as well as in the dissemination of the messages. The campaign also leveraged innovative technology by developing a song and music video featuring local musicians, educational podcasts and radio messages, and also SMS and robocalls with precautionary messages about early preparedness, and graphic and visuals were posted on social media, government websites, and on brochures and billboards. The campaign was very well received by the population and led to a constructive dialogue on DRM between the government and the citizens. And this contributed not only to improve emergency preparedness, but also trust in DRM institutions. Other actions undertaken in the DRM program to strengthen emergency preparedness and response are the strengthening of hydromet services in the country to provide better data for early warning system and other sectors in the country, the training for municipal civil protection committees who are in charge of disseminating alerts, evacuating populations to emergency shelters, and managing emergency shelters. The 140 municipalities of Haiti have received and will receive this training, benefiting the whole country, including vulnerable and remote areas. And one of the key activities also undertaken in the DRM program is the design and construction of emergency shelters with appropriate basic services and resources, and also inclusive for women and disabled population. Thank you so much for your attention.